Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Yo, what up, though, people? I'd like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C-Note podcast. I am your boy Brown. This is the Week 15 NFL recap. We're going to recap all the Sunday games. Crazy. This season has got to be the goofiest season I've ever seen in football. I'm just saying. Let's start it off in Buffalo. They was hosting Carolina. They came away with their 31-14 victory. Josh Allen, 210. He threw for 3 touchdowns and had a pick. We had a Devin Singletary sighting, people. Shout out Devin Singletary. 86 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Gabriel Davis, he been showing out lately. He caught 5 for 85 and he got in the end zone. Buffalo 8-6, people. What's your thoughts on Buffalo? How you feeling them? Let us know. Cam, he had 156, touchdown, and a pick. He also led them in rushing, 71 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Amir Abdullah, he caught 4 out the backfield for 48 yards and a touchdown. Carolina's 5-9, people. What you think? Let us know. The shocker of the day. This may be the shocker of the season. Detroit, they were hosting Arizona. Coming in, they was only 1-11-1. Worst team in the league. Or looking like one of the worst teams in the league. Arizona was arguably the best team in the league, and they got smoked 30-12. Jared Goff, 216 and 3 touchdowns. We had a Craig Reynolds sighting, people. Who? Craig Reynolds. Who? Man, stop playing. Craig Reynolds got busy. He had a $112 on the ground. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 for 90 and a touchdown. It must have been an L.A. Ram thing because Josh Reynolds, former L.A. Ram, he also had 6 for 68 and a touchdown. Jared Goff has never lost to Arizona in his career. He's never lost to Kingsbury either. Wow. Detroit 2-11-1. What's your thoughts? Kyler Murray, 257, a touchdown and an interception. Sheesh. Chase Edmonds, 53 yards on the ground. We had Christian Kirk getting busy, 94 and a touchdown. Arizona's 10-4. I will say this, I keep it a C-Note, that offense looks totally different without DeAndre Hopkins. I'm just saying. What's your thought, people? What are your thoughts on Arizona after seeing them lose to Detroit? Do they still have a chance to make a Super Bowl run? Or what y'all think? Let us know. Next up, we had Miami. They came in with a 5-game winning streak. They was hosting the Jets, and they improved it to 6 wins in a row. They got the 31-24 victory. Tua 196, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But the player of the game, we had a Duke Johnson sighting, people. He had a $107 and 2 touchdowns. He was getting busy. Yikes. Shout out Duke Johnson. Jalen Waddle's out, so Devontae Parker is back to being, I guess, the number 1 option. He had 4 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. Miami is 7-7. They're on a 6-game winning streak. What do you think about Miami, people? Are they for real? Keep it a C-Note. Let us know. Zach Wilson, he didn't play too bad. He had 170 through the air. He didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't throw a pick. He did run for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman also had 50 yards on the ground. And Jamison Crowder had 5 catches for 40 yards. The Jets are 3-11. Next up, the Giants. They were hosting Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And the Cowboys really, it was a sloppy, it was not a sloppy game, but a boring game. I'm just going to keep it a C note. But they still came away with the 21-6 victory. Dak threw for 217 and a touchdown. Tony Pollard, he had 74 yards on the ground. Well, we had a Dalton Schultz sighting, people. He had 8 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. I'm going to keep it a C note. Playoff time has started in fantasy football. If you're looking for a tight end, he's been getting busy the last couple of weeks. He's definitely still in targets and all that. Dalton Schultz, people, if you need a tight end, you should go grab him. I'm just saying. Glennon, he had 99 yards through 3 interceptions. He ended up getting benched. Devontae Booker had 74 yards on the ground. And then Kenny Galladay, 3 for 53. I believe Shepard tore something that game, so he's done for the season. The Giants are 4-10 and looking miserable. Next up, we had Pittsburgh. They was hosting Tennessee. They came back and got the 19-13 victory. Ben Roethlisberger threw for 148, and he ran for a touchdown. I think they said that's his first touchdown in like 3 years, so he got one on the ground. Najee Harris, he had nothing going on today. 18 yards on the ground. He got shut down. You hear me? Deontay Johnson, 5 for 38. Pittsburgh is 7-6-1. What's your thoughts? Will the Steelers make the playoffs? Keep it a C note and let us know. Tennessee, Tannehill threw for 153 and a pick. Deontay Foreman, he ran for 108. He also led them in receiving, if I'm not mistaken, 2 catches for 27 yards. Julio Jones was hurt. They saying he re-aggravated his injury. I hate to see the legends fall off and start looking horrible like this. So, Julio Jones, if you watching after this season, I would pray that you call it a career, big boy. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep it a C note with you. Tennessee is 9-5 now. So, next up we had Jacksonville. They was hosting Houston, and this game was a little goofy. Houston got the 30-16 win. Davis Mills, he threw for 209. He also had 2 touchdowns and a pick. They do nothing on the ground every week, we know that, but Burkhead did have 41 yards. But we had a Brandon Cook sighting again. He got busy. 7 catches, 102, 2 touchdowns. Houston is 3-11. Jacksonville with the loss, they went to 2-12. Pardon me. Lawrence, he threw for 210. Trevor Lawrence. James Robinson, 75 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And we had Laquan Treadwell. He caught 6 for 57. Interesting though, because Detroit won and because Houston beats Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville owns the worst record in the league. They have the number 1 pick as of right now. Houston fell to 3, and Detroit is in 2. So that was a little crazy flop right there. What's your thoughts? I mean, Jacksonville needs everything, but if you can pick one thing for Jacksonville, one player, one position, who would it be? Keep it a C note, let us know. Next up, we had Cincy. They was in Denver. They came up with the 15-10 victory. Burrow threw for 157 and a touchdown. Mixon, 58 yards on the ground. Shout out Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd been getting busy. On the low, he be getting busy. He had 5 for 96 and a touchdown. We need to start a new segment called Have You Seen Him? Jamar Chase. 1 catch for 3 yards. Really? Really? 1 catch for 3 yards? You gotta be kidding me. Cincinnati is now 8-6. Denver, Teddy Bridgewater, he threw for 98 yards, but he was knocked out of the game, carted off. The hit looked horrible. They took him to a hospital. They said he was moving all his extremities and all that. But yeah, he was carted off. Javonte Williams, he had 72 yards on the ground. Tim Patrick, 3 catches, 42 yards and a touchdown. Tight end Noah Fant had 5 for 57. He didn't get in the end zone. Have you seen him? Jerry Jeudy, 0 catches, 0 yards. Really? Really, Jeudy? The injury slowed you down like that? You can't even get 1 catch? Like, you got to be kidding me. Denver is 7-7. Next up, we had San Fran, the ticket killer. San Fran, they was hosting ATL. They beat the brakes off ATL 31-13. Jimmy G, 235 and a touchdown. Jeff Wilson, shout out Jeff Wilson. He got busy. $110 on the ground. And he got into the end zone. George Kittle, he had 6 for 93. So he definitely was doing his thing. How about Deebo Samuels, 4 catches for 60 yards. And he had 29 yards on the ground and another touchdown. And he even played quarterback today. Like, what is going on with Deebo? He definitely be hooping. Shout out Swiss Army knife for real. That boy is a Swiss Army knife. You hear me? San Fran is 8-6 and in the mix. ATL, Matty Ice, threw for 236 and a touchdown. They did nothing on the ground. Their little gadget man, Cordell Patterson, he was locked down. You hear me? Mike Davis, 21 yards on the ground. We did have a Russell Gage sight, and he got busy, 8 for 91 and a touchdown. I know I've grind Calvin Ridley up a lot for, being MIA, and he hasn't played and all of that. But I think this has been good for Russell Gage because now he's finally starting to produce. Remember, it was a lot of hype with Russell Gage coming to ATL, and now he's finally starting to produce. The Falcons are 6-8. Baltimore, they was hosting Green Bay. Lamar was a scratch. Green Bay came up with the 31-30 victory at the end. And no, they didn't take a late lead, but at the end, I'll explain at the end. Aaron Rodgers, 268, and he threw for 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones had 58 yards on the ground. Plus, he caught 2 out of the backfield, 12 yards, and he had a touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Say that 3 times fast. He had 5 for 98 and a touchdown. He definitely got busy. Devontae Adams, 6 for 44 and a touchdown. Green Bay is 11-3. Let's see. They 11-3. It's for Baltimore. Tyler Huntley got the start. He threw for 215, 2 touchdowns. He also ran for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. But we talking about getting busy. Mark Andrews got busy. 10 for 136 and 2 touchdowns. Good golly, Miss Molly. Hollywood Brown, 10 catches, 43 yards. Baltimore lost. They scored. Instead of kicking the game-tying field goal, they went for the win and did not succeed. This is the second time this year they've done that. They did that once this year against Pittsburgh. Just go for the win instead of playing for the tie. I was kind of confused on the why. But I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Would you have went for the win or for the tie? Keep it a Cino. Let us know. Me personally, I think that they had the momentum because they were storming back. I'd take my chances going to overtime. I'm going to just keep it a Cino with you. Baltimore is 8-6. They no longer lead the division. The Bengals have taken over first spot. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. Sunday Night Football. Who agrees with me? Sunday Night Football, they should not have any divisional games on Sunday Night Football. That should be a new rule. What y'all think? You had New Orleans. They was in Tampa. They've been a Brady kryptonite. They got the 9-0 victory. Shut Tampa out. Wow. Taysom Hill threw for 154. No touchdowns, but he didn't have no interceptions either, so I guess that was a plus. He led them in rushing as well. Alvin Kamara did nothing. Taysom Hill had 33 yards on the 33 yards on the ground. Marquez Callaway 6 for 112. New Orleans is 7-7. What's your thoughts? Do you think New Orleans will make the playoffs? Keep it a C note. Let us know. Tampa, Brady 214 and a pick. And how many times did he get sacked? Good golly, Miss Molly. It seemed like he was running for his life the whole night. Ronald Jones, 63 yards on the ground. And Chris Godwin had 6 for 49. He led them in receiving, and he got hurt in the first quarter, second quarter, early. He got hurt early in the game. He got hurt. Mike Evans got hurt. Leonard Fournette got hurt. Sheesh. Gronkowski did not get hurt, but he is the Butterfinger Award winner of the week. How many drop passes did Gronk have in this game? Keep it a C note. Before we wrap it up, we always got to do overhype, no cap. So, my statements for the day. Mark Andrews from Baltimore Ravens is the best tight end in the NFL. Is that overhyped or no cap? Keep it a C note. Let us know. Speaking of the Baltimore Ravens, Tyler Huntley, Lamar Jackson's backup. He will be a starter somewhere in the NFL next year. Is that overhyped or no cap? Keep it a C note with us. DeAndre Hopkins is done for the season. The Cardinals look discombobulated. The Arizona Cardinals will be one and done in the playoffs. Is that overhyped or no cap? Keep it a C note with us. Monday Night Football. Because of COVID, you're getting 2 games. Who you like? Vegas. They at Cleveland to play the Browns. Who you got? Keep it a C note with us. Minnesota, the Vikings. They in Chicago to play the Bears. Keep it a C note. Who y'all got? Football on a Tuesday. Not 1 game, but 2 games. Seattle at the Rams. Keep it a C note. Who you got? Washington football team. They at Philly. Keep it a C note with us, people. Who winning that game? As always, we definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in to the recap, the regular show. Thank you for showing love on social media. Also, Spotify Green Room, people. Get on there, follow at Keep It a C Note Podcast. That way, when we film our episodes, you can tune in live and actually hear the episode, tap in, debate with us, leave your comments. Show us some love on Spotify Green Room. Keep sending us posts, keep sending us topics to talk about. We definitely love y'all, appreciate the feedback. Shout out to everybody outside of the United States that's been tuned in to Keep It a C Note Podcast. We definitely growing, so we appreciate y'all. But I'm your boy Brown, and as always, please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody Keep It a C Note. Now holla at y'all. Shit.
This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da.